Yo, what's up, Warhawk? First viewer in chat. That's awesome. I'm gonna put some music. Okay. What the hell is this? Why do I stream on YouTube and not Twitch? Because I prefer streaming on YouTube. If I stream on Twitch, no one's gonna watch. So, better if I stream on YouTube. Alright. I'll explain a little bit more what I'm gonna try to do this stream. I was gonna do this off stream, but I was like, I want to stream. Because why the fuck not? And I figured I would do this live because I usually like doing these things live because then I can actually look back at what I did, and if I ever need to reference it myself, then that's great. If I don't, then someone else might. Sile777, how are you? It's gonna be a boring stream because I'm just doing my own shit, but I don't really give a fuck. Honestly, I can do whatever I want. No, I'm just kidding. Is there like a delay? I hope not. That would suck. Oh, my mic is trash. No. Oh, there we go. It's so much better. Okay. Let's see. So I want to basically use module federation to pretty much create this microfrontend structure. So I've been learning a little bit about module federation, and it's a pretty cool concept. And honestly, I think it's very cool. A lot of people might look down upon it, but I've been actually looking at something like this for a while, and I think maybe I may have finally figured out a solution because of module federation. So basically, if you have an application that's ridiculously large, and let's just say, as your application grows, your code is obviously going to grow, right? If we're talking about as in like adding new features and all that kind of stuff, yes, your code base is definitely going to grow no matter what. And it comes to a point where, let's just say you build a simple dashboard. Well, in the very beginning, you have a dashboard that shows the users, points that they have. And let's just say over time, the application is going to grow, and you're going to end up writing a bunch of new features. So what ends up happening is you need to pretty much write all of your code in one project, so in one repository. If you let's call it a repository. So you write everything in one repository, and what ends up happening is you'll pretty much, like, as long as you actually manage a proper structure with your repository, like, you should be fine with maintaining large monolith projects. But it's just that every single time you want to release a new feature, you would need to depend on making sure everything else works. And if one little thing breaks, then the whole entire project is going to break. So if you split everything up into separate modules, so basically you, instead of having one React app, you now have, let's say, different React apps, and they're all bundled together into one main project. And by doing that, you can separate concerns. You can separate features from other features that have nothing to do with each other. There are its pros and cons. Like, I think one of the cons is definitely going to be dealing with state and having modules communicate with each other. Let's say if you have one module that is going to depend on data from another module, that's going to be a little bit annoying to deal with. Right, so you're going to have to obviously take a lot of consideration when it comes to those types of things. You got to be very careful. But we're gonna build something very simple. You know, it's not gonna be anything super complex. We're gonna build a simple website, and I'm gonna draw a diagram. I'm gonna draw a diagram on Figma, so that way it'll be very easy for us to pretty much see what's actually gonna happen. So we're gonna start a fresh new project. So go ahead and create a Figma sketch. Let's see. Okay, right over here. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to create a quick wireframe. It's not going to be anything crazy. It's just going to be something simple. And I'm going to change the background a little bit, make this a little bit nice white color. Or dark, doesn't really matter. Let's just do white. Make it simple. And let's just say... So I'm gonna give you guys a really good example. So let's create a mock header. So this, or not a header, I guess you could call it like a nav bar or an app bar. And you can choose whatever color you want. Usually I like to go with, personally I don't really like choosing like a different color. I usually like keeping it the same color and just adding like a little border on the bottom. That's just because that's just one method that a lot of people do, and I kind of like it actually. So, for example, you have your app bar over here, and you just create a 1 pixel border right over here, and let's just move this right over here. And this, I might actually make this a black color, give it a little bit of transparency, and we could probably let's see, actually maybe I might increase the pixels to 2 or 3. Yo, what's up, Boing? How's it going? Nice to see you here. Let me go ahead and okay. And let's just say, you know, wait, let me just make sure that, there we go. I actually don't really like this, honestly. This is actually pretty trash. I need to add, maybe I'll add a stroke. And then we'll give this some opacity as well. No, I don't really like this. There was a way that I did it. I just can't remember off the top of my head. But it looks really bad. Do I need to make maybe more pixels, make it thicker? Or it might just be my monitor, I don't know. Let me actually try this. Okay. Anyways, so let's just say we're building a, let's see. What kind of app would we possibly be building? I'm trying to think. Let's just say we're building some kind of food delivery app. Food delivery. Let's call it this. Cheesy name. Gonna go ahead and give it a nice font. I use this font for everything. Let's do 20 pixels. Delivery. Okay. Let's call it delivery this. Not that it really matters. Like I said, this could be literally any name you want. And let's see. So let's just say we might have like something else on this side, but it doesn't really matter, right? What matters the most is paying attention to this header. So let's say we're gonna have a couple routes. So let's just call this route. Just make like a sample square. And let's give it a color. Let's give it a same color. But we'll just add a stroke around it. So you border. We'll give it some border radius, and then we'll just simply decrease the color a little bit and the opacity, so you can still see that there's like a little container there. Okay, and then we'll just call this the, let's just say, dashboard.tsx. So this module, this right over here would be a dashboard, right? And then this, let's just copy this real quick. It looks pretty dead. The component, we could change the color up. I don't really like playing around with colors too much, to be honest with you. It just makes me a little bit annoyed. But if I were to at least change this color to white, maybe that would look at least somewhat better. Okay. So let's say we have two routes, right? Let's say we have a dashboard and we have, let's say, what other page could we possibly have? You have a dashboard, you have, let's say, account. So this page would show you all the information about your account, right? Okay. Now, obviously, these components, these pages are going to have their own components too, but we're not going to worry about that for now. We're only going to worry about the main components first, the main modules. So this dashboard, whoa, voice crack. This dashboard, let's create another right over here. And let's create another one. Let's call this settings.tsx. So this is going to be like, you know, the route that people will visit when they want to deal with settings, like changing stuff on their account, right? Like, you know, managing payment, managing like, you know, a payment thing or something. I don't know. It could be anything. Okay, so let's just talk about one thing real quick. Let's talk about the component that is the same for every single one of these pages. And that's going to be the header. So the header is going to be the same exact component for every single one of these pages, right? And the header is something very simple. It's literally just a 65 pixel height header, full width. It has only one text. Very simple header, right? You just add some padding. That's it. Now, that's obviously an easy example, but if you have, let's just say you have one component that is going to be reused for every single route or some component. It's gonna be reusable. It's gonna be modular. Hey Nav, how are you? It's gonna be a modular component, and what you want to do is you want to be able to reuse that component as much as you can. So the typical way to do that is you simply just have a. Let me just go ahead and let me actually move this to the side. The typical thing that you do is you'd create a component, and then you would obviously export it, and then you would import that component, and then you would import it everywhere you want to use it, and then you would render it. Now let's just say if our code base just grows ridiculously large, and this one component, it was such a simple component, it was such a simple header component, it's now something more complex. There's a lot more things that you have to add. You have to add things like, you know, user, like you have to add like, you know, the user links. Let's say you have to add, you know, the profile picture on the top right side. Let's say you want to add some other logic too. There's a lot of things that you'd have to consider now. So what ends up happening is you have a more complicated header, not a simple one anymore. And that header is going to be reused over and over again, right? Yo, what's up, name? And I'm doing good, Nav. So let's just say if we wanted to move that header, instead of having that header as a component, we want to make that header into its own React project, into its own module, and then every single other component, or we're going to call it component for now, but it's really going to be a module. In every independent React project is going to be able to consume that header, and it's going to be able to use it. I am an actual developer. I graduated a while ago. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, let's just say, for example, if we take this header out, right, this header is going to be gone, right? But we want all of our applications to consume it. It kind of doesn't really make sense right now, but don't worry, I'm going to explain it a little bit more better in just a second. Okay? But the idea behind this is we want to be able to instead of putting all of these components in just one React project, what we want to do is we want to take each one of these components and we want to actually move them into their own React project. And then we want to be able to actually just not dynamically import, but we want to be able to import it. So that way, one root project can just import all of the bundles, all of the code from the other React project, and they could just use it immediately. So it's kind of like, importing like, another package, but we're actually going to use module federation to do this. Okay. How long have I been coding for? I've been coding for a very long time. Very, very long time. Not too long. Damn, 12 months. 12 months. Oh, Hopes. Oh, yeah. Welcome back, Hopes. 12 months. I think you're talking about membership, right? Yeah. I want to become a developer. I have to to go to college. Aren't just making a spa. Yeah, and I'll explain a little bit more as we actually build this thing out. I'm not really too good at explaining this because I don't really quite understand it too much. But honestly, I think I'm just bad at explaining this concept. Or maybe the way that I'm explaining doesn't make sense. But essentially, yes, you are making a single page app, but the point behind doing this architecture is instead of having, one large monolithic project, you have independent React projects that are bundled on their own, and then they are all combined together with one root project, and they can actually be routed and served as an actual single page application. So this is actually called microfrontends. I should actually have mentioned that a while ago. So if you've ever dealt with microservices before, just think about think about this architecture as microservices but for front end development, right? With microservices, it's a lot more simple to separate concerns, but with front end, it's just that there hasn't really been much, technology that has kind of supported. There are frameworks that do this for you, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Especially with module federation, it's going to improve, I think, this architecture really well. All right, see you, Nev. So let's go ahead and let's actually set up our project. And I'll actually create a repository. I actually can't really use GitHub right now because I don't have my SSH key set up. I can actually just set it up right now. It's just that I'm lazy as hell. No, let me actually see if I can set up my SSH key. Hopefully it doesn't ask me to sign in again. All right, let me go ahead and set up an SSH key real quick. Okay. I gotta set up a SSH key, so give me 1 second. So alright, got my public SSH key. Now I'm just going to add that to my GitHub. Okay, there we go. Got my SSH key, so now I should be able to create repositories and clone them. And I could just share the code at the end of the stream, which is great. Alright, I'm going to create a repository. Let's just call this micro... Hey, let me open up my GitHub. Alright, let's see. Microfrontend module federation. Alright, and we'll make it public. We'll just create an empty repository for now. And then we will clone with SSH because we already have an SSH key. And git clone. Oh, okay, thank God. For a second, I thought I leaked my IP, but I was like, that's GitHub's IP address. Okay, thank God. Okay, so now I am inside my GitHub repository on my local... Wait, if you graduate, how old are you? I'm in my 20s. Okay, so let me go ahead and open up code real quick. So we have to do some scaffolding By scaffolding, I really mean just setting up the basis. And I already did that earlier. I kind of did this. I did this after work. Like I finished work at like 5:30, 5:45ish, and I decided to play around with this. And it's actually pretty cool, and I want to share it with you guys. So what do we need to do is I'm going to use yarn to initialize this. So that way I have a package.json. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to need to set up, let's see, this is the root project. We're going to need to install a dev dependency. We're going to install something called Lerna. I don't really know much about Lerna, but I've seen some people, it's what the person in the example used. But it's pretty much a tool for managing JavaScript projects with multiple packages. So this is the tool that we're going to install. There's a CLI. Let's see. Splitting up large code bases into separate independently version packages is extremely useful for code sharing. Why do you use Yarn instead of NPM? Because I personally prefer Yarn because it's a lot more simpler. It's a lot more faster than NPM. That's the primary reason why that I use Yarn. Whenever I install packages with Yarn, it takes like literally half a second. Whenever, like for example, if I create a React app and it uses NPM, it's going to take a lot longer than if I use Yarn. So I just personally prefer using Yarn. Let's see. Splitting large codes into separate independently version pack is extremely useful for code sharing. However, making changes across many repositories is messy and difficult tracking testing across projects. To solve these and many other problems, some projects will include. Yeah, so Lerna is basically a tool that allows you to accomplish what we want to accomplish. So it makes sense. I don't really know too much about it, but I will have to look into it. But it's kind of like straightforward. It just, does what it needs to do. But there's a CLI, so we are going to just install yarn add -d for dev dependency. Lerna. Damn, it is so cold with the air conditioner on. Okay, so we installed Lerna, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up a repository. Yes. Okay. So let's see. So we installed our dev dependency, and let's just set up our scripts. So I already have that already, so I'm just gonna copy and paste it. And this is just from an example that I found. This is not my own, thing. I just found it from an example, but it's pretty straightforward. It's gonna run. When you run the start script, it's going to run your repositories in parallel. So instead of running one project, we're actually gonna run multiple projects. So that's gonna be cool. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create. We're first gonna create multiple React projects, and we're not going to use create React app. We're actually going to create it manually with Webpack. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to also create a workspaces. We're going to add that property here, and we're going to have to add some packages, and these packages are just basically going to be our React app. Okay, or React apps. Sorry. Just Elijah. I don't really remember too much. Sorry. Were you in my last stream? Maybe I do. What happened to you? I forgot about you and Hey. No, nothing happened. They've just been, chilling. That's it. Yeah, and maybe after this stream I'll remember you next time. I don't really remember too much sometimes, but it's okay. I'll remember you next time. But welcome back to the stream. Nice seeing you here. So now I'm gonna add a lerna.json file. So it's gonna tell us what npm client to use. Use workspace is true. So I assume that's gonna look in this property here. Okay, and then the version. So we'll leave this alone for now. Expected a comma. Oh, whoops, I'm an idiot. This should be an object, not an array. Okay. And packages. Oh, wait, what else is there? No hoist packages. Okay. So we'll worry about packages later. right now what I want to do is I want to create the React apps. Okay. So this micro front end module federation, this is going to be like the scaffold. Okay, this is going to be like the main repository. You were checking out the DJS version 13. Maybe I just don't remember because maybe you just weren't talking too much in the chat. I'm not sure. Maybe that's why. I'm testing out something with module federation and Webpack. So we're doing some React stuff today. So nothing Discord.js. I might check out some Discord.js stuff in like maybe in an hour. I'm only gonna stream for like 2 to 3 hours today. I might check out some Discord.js stuff later. I was Simtree. I changed my name. I don't know who Simtree is. Okay, so let's just call this root deliver root. Let's see our application. Let's see. Let's call this root. Should I call it this roots? So it's gonna be the root. Okay, and we're gonna need our child modules. So let's first set up the root first. Okay, so the root is basically going to be the main application that's going to consume all of the remote modules. And like I said, it'll make a lot more sense as we continue. Trust me, this is actually gonna be very cool. It's gonna blow your mind. Okay, so in our sense, you can think of the root module. Literally, the root module is literally just going to be this blank page with the header. That's literally all it's going to do. The blank page with the header. Okay? And then the child modules are going to be these, like this dashboard.tsx, account.tsx, settings.tsx. And we're going to be able to import those modules from a different folder. Okay. So I kind of actually have some code already because I am still fairly new to setting this up. So it's going to take, a little bit, but it's okay. I'll explain everything. Don't worry. If you need me to zoom in, I can zoom in a little bit more. So we're going to go into root deliver easy. So this is our new folder. And we're going to create a webpack.config.js. You could do TS, but I'll just do JS. I think JS is better. Okay, and we're also going to cd into this folder, and I'm going to just initialize yarn init. I'm going to initialize this project with a package.json using the yarn command, and it's going to ask you questions. But if you do -y, if you pass in that flag, it'll skip all of those questions. It'll basically just answer yes to everything. But now you can see we have our package.json file, which is good. So from here, we're going to install some dependencies. So we will need to install quite a bit of the dependencies. In the example, they installed Babel. I'm not sure if you really need Babel core, even if you're using TypeScript. I think you might need to. I'm not sure. I've tried it before in the past. I've tried setting up Webpack with TypeScript with React, and it worked without Babel, but I mean, maybe you might run into some issues, but it's okay. Let's first add a couple dependencies. So let's do yarn add. Let's add the two main dependencies. So that's going to be React and React DOM. Okay, and you'll see, look at how fast it installed it with yarn. This is why I like using yarn. It literally just adds it so fast. What is Akamai? Now we're going to install all of our dev dependencies. So that's going to be bundle loader. I wonder if there's some dependencies that we can remove from here, but I'll just install them just for the sake of it. I don't really like installing a lot of dependencies, but especially if they're not even needed. npm serve. Okay, so bundle loader. So these are going to be stuff with Webpack. Yo, what's up, Pika program? How's it going? So bundle loader. So these things are going to be for Webpack and TypeScript. So bundle loader is going to be for. I really need to note these things down. So we're going to install bundle loader to intelligently exports. So I think this is going to allow us to actually just like import things import modules dynamically. So this will definitely help. So we're going to need bundle loader for that. And then we're also going to need Babel core. Let's do all the loaders first. I'm setting up a React app with Webpack. But we're doing something even more crazier after that. Right now I'm just installing the dependencies, but we're trying to create a micro-front-end architecture with module federation. So I'm still fairly new to this, so there's a lot of things that I'm probably going to mess up on, but that's the reason why I'm learning, right? So we're going to install Babel loader, TS loader, and bundle loader. Next, we're going to install TypeScript. Then we're going to install Babel core, Babel preset React, Babel preset TypeScript. We're going to install types for React, types for React DOM. Let's see. We're going to need to install the HTML Webpack plugin. We also might need to install a CSS loader too, I think. We're going to install serve. I think we got TS loader already. And finally, Webpack CLI, and then Webpack dev server. I'm putting this all in a repository so you guys will have everything at the end. So you don't have to worry about typing all of these things randomly. But look how fast Yarn is going to install all of these dependencies for us. It's going to be crazy. And it's done. Okay, now we have all of our dev dependencies, which is good. Okay, now we need our scripts. So I'll just honestly just copy and paste this. Don't really care. The test script is already there already. The build script. So all the build script is going to do is it's going to build our TypeScript. So it's pretty much like if you've ever used Create React App uses Webpack and all of like these things like Babel, all those things underneath the hood to build like the final like bundle for you. Webpack does, like right now we're actually working with Webpack directly, so we get more flexibility. So all this build script is going to do is it's going to invoke the Webpack CLI tool. It's going to pass in the webpack config.js file, so it'll look inside this file for all the configurations, and that'll basically tell Webpack how to bundle our code for us. And then the start script is going to be used to actually start the Webpack dev server, so we'll actually be able to have hot reload and stuff like that, which is pretty fancy. My attempt on revamping SlapB went horribly. Yeah. I'm gonna update it sometime, maybe some weekend. I've honestly just been really busy, so I haven't really had much time to really pay much attention to Discord stuff. So, damn, I have so many tabs freaking open. Holy crap. Okay, so now that we have this is all we have to do with the package.json file. We should also set up a tsconfig.json file. So you can actually just get away with just doing the tsc -config command, or I'm sorry, tsc -init. But I'm just gonna copy and paste these. Copy and paste this. So we have target ES5 module. You can do common.js, or you can do ES next if you want. You can do whichever one you want. Just do common.js. JSS React out. Dir is going to be the directory where the all of the bundled assets are going to go. Source map true, allow JS true. I think these are all. Oh, we should also do. Oh, these are compiler options actually. Strict. I want other things too. Like I want strict. I want strict to be true. I think that should be it for now. Okay. So let's see. We're done with setting up the package.json. We just need to set up the webpack config.js, and I'll explain everything that goes on here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to import path. We're going to import HTML Webpack plugin, and like I said, once we get into CSS, we will need to probably use a CSS loader, but we won't worry about that for now. So I'm going to import that HTML Webpack plugin that I just installed, and we're going to import the module federation plugin. So to do that, we're going to import that from the Webpack .container namespace, and you'll have this module federation class right over here. And we're going to create a module.export. So this is just going to pretty much export an object, and we're going to have all of our properties. So if you've used Webpack before, this should be very, very familiar. This should not be anything new. So the entry point of our application, so we're just going to tell Webpack what the entry point is. So you can think of that as like, you know, the main file. So we're going to leave that as index.tsx. The mode we're in is in development. And the mode, you should definitely specify that, because Webpack can bundle your application differently based on the mode. Dev server, so this is going to configure the dev server for Webpack. So content base. There should be, let me find it real quick. Webpack, let's see, content base. There is some documentation that tells you everything about these properties, so you can look it up. So content base is going to, let's see, what is content base? Tells the server where to serve content from. So yeah, that's pretty much telling, you know, Webpack server, look in this directory to serve all of the bundled assets. All right, so let's go over here. So for that, we're just going to simply say path.join. So it's going to be in the dist folder, and we're going to use path.join to make it a lot easier. We're going to set the port to be 3000. So that's going to, actually I'll do 3000. Yeah, I'll do 3000. And then the output is going to be the public path auto. And you can also, like I said, they have documentation on all these properties, so you can always look at it. So let me find it real quick. Output. This option specifies the public URL. Oh, okay, so I think that would just basically be the local host and then the name of the file. You can also always set it, like, let's say if you're working with a domain and you're ready for production, you can always set it with that too. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and now set up dev tool, inline source map, module. So now this is where we're going to set up rules for Webpack. So I'm just going to copy and paste this stuff. So we're going to have a bootstrap file, and that's basically going to import. It's going to basically have the React import and stuff. Babel loader. This is going to be used for loading up pretty much all of the TSX files, transpiling it. It's going to do everything except for node modules. And then we're going to pass in a resolve property. So this is going to resolve all of the extensions that end with .tsx, .ts, or .js. And then we're going to have plugins. So we're going to have a couple plugins. So we'll have the HTML Webpack plugin. So this is basically going to bundle everything in the public folder. Actually, wait. Yeah, it's going to basically connect everything with the public folder and with index.html. So we're going to have to actually create that manually. So public. It's similar to the create React app structure. It's very similar. Now with the module federation plugin, has a couple properties here. So basically since this is our root project, we're going to have to make sure that we have the name set up properly. So let's just call this root deliver easy. So like I said, this deliver easy, this is just the name of a potential project that we could make someday. Okay, so this is going to be the name. The remote, so these are basically going to be, you can see it says container locations and request scopes from which modules should be resolved and loaded at runtime. So you can kind of think of this as importing JavaScript from some remote URL, which you can do. Right, like a lot of you guys have probably done it before. Like if you've ever, used Bootstrap, if you ever used a CDN before, you basically import. Sometimes they have CDNs where you can import all of the code from the library, so you don't have to actually like download the actual JavaScript file on your system. So over here, we're gonna call our remote. You can call it whatever you want. You just have to make sure that whatever you name it here, it's properly followed. So we're gonna call this. I'm gonna call this. Let's see. I'm gonna call this dashboard.deliver easy. So we're gonna follow a nice naming convention, and then it's going to be the same thing over here, and it's gonna be at localhost port 3001/remote entry. You can name this whatever you want, but because we're naming this path remote entry, because this is just the name that they use in the example, so I'm kind of just following along with it. But hey Ace, how's it going? I just saw your message. But you can name this whatever you want. I'll show you how to change it later. This shared part, this is basically modules that should be shared. So that way you are using like one instance of like the actual module, and you're not like, like, how do I say this? You're actually sharing those modules. So that way you're not like, I guess referencing different instances of it. So instead of like referencing different like, React imports or React namespaces, you're referencing the same thing. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the root. Okay, and like I said, it's a little bit confusing, but like I said, don't worry so much about this. Once we actually get to what we're actually gonna do, it'll make so much sense. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead into the index.html, and we're going to just set up the index.html file. We'll get this a title. We'll just call this deliver easy. That's the name of our project. And like every React app, if you've ever seen the index.html, there's a div with an ID of root. Okay, and basically you use the React DOM.render to mount the application onto this div. You can name the ID whatever you want. We're just gonna call it root. And what we're gonna do now is we're going to go ahead and we're actually going to create a source folder, so that we're going to create all of the required files. So let's create the index.tsx. So the index.tsx is going to require a bootstrap function or bootstrap file. We're also going to create an app.tsx file. Okay, and what we're going to do is let's just first import React into app.tsx. So this is like the entry component. I'm doing good, thank you for asking. So this import is, like I said, this app.tsx is similar to the app.tsx file or JSX file that you have whenever you create a React project with create React app. Let's go ahead and do a simple const app equals, let's create an arrow function, and let's just return a simple div, and let's just say h1 root module. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and export the app like this. Okay, and since we're just setting up the root module, we don't have any other child modules yet, so we'll just leave that alone for now. Okay, right now we're just going to simply focus on setting up the app.tsx for the root. We're now going to go ahead and go into the bootstrap.tsx. So typically in the index.tsx, in the create React app scaffold, in the index.tsx or JSX file, you'll have all of the imports, like import React DOM, and then you'll import the app, and then you'll mount it inside the index.tsx file. Based on the example that they provided, they actually do this instead. They put this inside bootstrap.tsx, and then we're going to go ahead and import bootstrap like this. We're going to do that. And it has something to do with the Webpack configuration. But I think the reason why they do this is so they can lazy load. So that basically whatever we have with bootstrap.tsx is pretty much going to be taken care of with this bundle loader. So I think it's for lazy loading. So I'll have to look a little bit more into that. Okay. Okay, so that should pretty much do the trick. That should do the trick for pretty much our Webpack. So now, if I actually try to run this, let me see if I can actually run this real quick. npm start. Let's see if it'll work. It says port 3000 is already used already. That's interesting because I don't remember having. Oh no, there we go. Now it works. Okay, so let's go to port 3000. Oh, I actually already had it running. That's kind of annoying because I was actually remember I said I was playing around with this earlier. Um, I gotta let me terminate all my node processes real quick. Damn, that's not good. Let me just terminate them all real quick. Okay. Now let me go ahead and run this again. So, okay. So now we can see our React app over here. Root module. Okay. Right over here. So nothing special. Okay, now we're going to get into the special part of this whole setup. What we're going to do is we're going to create a completely brand new React project. Okay, we're going to create a brand new React project. And we're going to have all that code separate. It's going to be in its own React project. And then we're going to go ahead and import that code from the other project, and you'll see how everything's going to work. So let's go ahead, and I'm actually just going to go ahead and let me see if I could just, can I actually copy and paste this? Will it let me rename it? Okay, it calls it a copy, good. So let's just call this, so let's just say this is going to be dashboard deliver easy. Okay, so we rename this. I really don't like how this node modules folder is over here. There should be a way I can hide this folder, right? No. Well, that's kind of annoying, but it's fine. I can always actually just move everything, actually. Let me see. I'll worry about that later, don't worry. I really don't, I don't know, I'm just OCD. I don't really like having this node modules folder out here. Anyways, that's okay. So, let's go ahead and do something real quick. What is going on here? Wait. Why? Oh, is it still copying everything? Oh, maybe it's still copying everything. Okay, I'm gonna do something different. Let me delete this. Anonymous, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Okay, I'm gonna do this instead. I'm gonna go ahead and use a CLI. See, if I terminate this, my app is actually still gonna work. Or will it? Okay, it doesn't. That's good. I don't want that to work, because then it just becomes confusing. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna copy the root folder, and we're gonna do cp /-r, which stands for recursive, so copy everything inside of it, and we're gonna call it dashboard deliver easy. So it will take a little bit of time, but it shouldn't take too long. And we're gonna have to change up the names of everything too, but that'll be okay. I'm gonna have to do some experimenting on the side with this later, because I definitely don't want everything in the same repository. So I'll have to figure something out, but it shouldn't be too difficult. So wow, this is actually taking a lot longer, so we'll have to wait. Okay, it's done. There we go. Okay, so now we have an exact copy of this root, but we're gonna have to change up a little bit of things. I actually don't think it's recommended to do that, because I think you might actually have some namespaces that are gonna be the same. Actually, no, I think it should be fine. Okay, so let's go into our packs.json first, and let's just change this to dashboard. Let's make sure we change everything from root to dashboard. Let's make sure. Okay, so we'll worry about source and public later. Let's go into Webpack now. So the Webpack for the child module is going to be a little bit different. So I'll guide you guys through how to set that up. So everything on the top is going to be the same. Development, dev server, those are going to be the same. We're going to have the port set to a different port. So we're going to set it to 3001. Okay. Now we're going to set the output public path, same thing. Module rules is going to be the same thing. Rules are going to be same here. The only thing different that we're really going to change here is we're going to go into the module federation plugin. We're going to change it from root to dashboard. Okay. And since we're not going, so this is the nice thing about module federation is that, so right now we're not going to be importing any bundles outside of this child module. We're actually going to be exporting, or we're gonna what's called exposing. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to add the exposes property, and it's an object. And what this does is it's going to expose the module in this container, and you can expose whatever you want. But we're only going to expose one thing, and that's going to be the dashboard component. And we're going to call it, so this is going to be the path, I think, and this is the actual path of where the file is. So I'll show you in a second. So we're going to have /dashboard, source dashboard. Okay, and the dependency is going to be the shared thing is going to be the same thing. Okay, that should be it. Okay, that should be everything that you need to do with the child module for Webpack config.js. So now what we can do now is we can actually do this. Hold on, why did it not build or something? That's interesting. When you stream with Discord, just mind showing us how to split data into embeds so it sends 10 in each page. Sure, I can do that. Okay. So now let's go into dashboard, source. Let's go into app.tsx. Okay. So an app.tsx for app2, or I'm not app2, for dashboard. So this is, let me close everything and reopen the file, just so that you guys don't get confused. So we're going to go into dashboard, we're going to go into app.tsx. So let's just change the code. So let's just call this dashboard, okay? And that's literally all it is. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Let's have this over here. Let's have this title, and let's create the actual dashboard component file. Okay, and I'm just gonna copy and paste this right over here. So I'm gonna get rid of this title, and let's just say h1, this is your dashboard. Okay, and we're gonna export the dashboard. Now what you can do is, if you want to run this module independently, you can do that. So that way you can just worry about this module itself. But we want this module with our root module. Okay, so we're going to just leave this here for now, but what we're going to do next is we're going to go into the bootstrap file. And the bootstrap file is going to be the same thing. Inside index.tsx is going to be the same thing. Okay, and we're actually almost done. So now we're going to go into package.json, and we're going to go inside this packages, and we're going to add the packages. So that's going to be the name of the, you have to make sure that the packages that you add the name of it is whatever the name of this package.json is over here. Okay, so you need to make sure it's the same exact thing. You need to make sure that the name for the module federation plugin over here is the same too. Otherwise, you're going to get an error. So let's try this out. Root deliver easy, and we're going to have dashboard deliver easy. All right, so that should be it. Now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the root directory, and we're going to run the start script, which is going to run learner run parallel start. So it's going to run all our modules in parallel. So we're going to go here, npm run start. I know it was a long one, but hopefully it was worth it. All right, let's make sure. Oh, seems like they don't allow. Wow, seems like they don't allow dashes. That's kind of unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Damn. Let me close this. Damn, that kind of sucks. Okay. Well, actually, I think it actually, wait. Did it actually work, though? because the application itself actually works. Like I can actually see the code. Yeah, I don't know why it's saying that though. Like it still compiles, but okay, maybe it's just a warning. Maybe, yeah, we might run into some issues later, but I mean, for now, let's just ignore it. Okay, so we're not even done yet. Right now, what we're doing is we're actually running two apps at once. So what this does is it's running the second app. So remember, this is the dashboard app, and this is the root app, right? This is the root module, and this is the dashboard, right? And you can see the code itself. In dashboard, we have the dashboard component, and then we have dashboard h1 tag in the app, and then dashboard over here. Okay, so this application is hosted on a different port. So you have port 3000 with the root and port 3000 with the dashboard. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to combine this dashboard over here in the root. Okay, so the way we're going to do that is because we already exposed the module already, we already exposed the component from the child module, from the child React project, we can go into the root and we can actually import it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the root app.tsx, or that's going to be this one right over here. So that's going to be this one over here. And we're going to go ahead and do const dashboard equals react.lazy. I'm going to lazy load our dashboard. So the way this works is very simple. We need to make sure we have the same name of the child project of where we want to get the component from. So it's going to be dashboard deliver easy slash and then dashboard. Now if you're using TypeScript, you're going to get this linting error that's going to say something like this. It's going to say cannot find module. Now if you want to actually ignore this, what you can easily do is you can actually create a declaration file. You can create a declaration file. I'll probably do that maybe in the, let's do environment ts. And what we'll do is we will do a reference types react and then declare module and then dashboard deliver easy. And then we'll simply just do const dashboard is going to be of type react dot component type, and then we'll just export default dashboard. So this is one way that you can. There's one thing that you could do with the. So this should actually go away, or actually it might be because. Oh whoops. Dashboard. There we go. Perfect. 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 Okay, I think that should do the trick. Okay, now watch this. So we have the root module. Let's look at dashboard. And let's actually see what happens. So we have, let's see, did our code compiled successfully. We might get an error over here. Oh yeah, the reason why this is happening is because we need to actually use suspense. So let me just do that real quick. So what we'll do is we will just do this. React the suspense and then fallback loading. Okay, deliver is not defined. Interesting. Let's see. Uncaught deliver is not defined. That's coming from somewhere. I'm trying to see. Where is this coming from? I may have done something wrong somewhere. Now I just gotta find out where the issue is. Oh wait, I forgot one more thing. The last thing that we need to do is inside the root, we actually need to import the script in the head tag. So it's a long process, but all we do is we just do HTTP localhost. So this is where the JavaScript is located. So this remote entry.js file, this is the same thing that we had over. Let's see, it was somewhere over. No, right over here. Yep, dashboard delivery easy. Yep, right over here. Okay, so now I don't know why that didn't. I don't know why. I'm not sure why that didn't. Gabo, what's up? How's it going? That should have restarted it. Okay, yeah, I don't know why whenever I cancel the Webpack server on my shell, it never actually terminates the node process, which is really annoying. Okay, let's just see. Okay, we're still getting this error, so it seems like it cannot find remote entry.js, so it's likely an issue. With let's see, the path. So let's figure that out real quick. So we have localhost port 3000. This is the root. Yep, this is the root. Oh wait, you know what it might be? Is it because we didn't build? Might be because we didn't actually build. But I thought Webpack would actually. Oh, that's weird. That's very weird. Let me run something real quick. Let me run this script. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna fix something real quick. Can I use slashes? Okay, you know, I'm just gonna call it dashboard. I think this will be easier. Dashboard. Root. We'll go into here. Dashboard right here, and then we'll go into the Webpack. And we will just rename everything. Okay. Now we gotta go into here. Go in here as well. Root. That's all renamed. That's all renamed. That's all renamed. That's all renamed. Okay, hopefully. And now we gotta go back to somewhere here. Okay, gotta go here. From dashboard, import dashboard. And go in here. Import a dashboard. Bootstrap index. Okay. Okay, so that should hopefully fix that issue. Now let's just make sure everything is fine. Everything looks good here. And everything should also look fine here. Oh, hey, I forgot one thing. Man, that kind of sucks. Okay. I forgot to give the name of the file for our dashboard right over here. Module Federation. Yeah. Forgot to do that. Maybe that's why I couldn't find it. Yep. There we go. This should fix it now. That's interesting. Now it's what the hell? Okay, well now that's kind of annoying. No packages with the life cycle script start. Let's see, I have that there. I don't have it there. Why would it say that? I don't have it though. That's so annoying. Start. Just config. Webpack. Got my lerna.json file. The package.json file. Why is it saying that though? That's so annoying. Oh, is it because of the folder? Oh, it's probably because of the freaking folder name. Wow. Okay. Oh, wow. It looks for the folder name. There we go. Okay. Well, this is kind of irritating. Let's go back and fix one more thing and we should be fine. Oh, it's because I still had this name, that's why. Okay, that's fine. We can fix this. Okay, no, that's okay. We can fix this. Should be an easy fix. Yeah, no, this should be fine. Okay. Hopefully this works. Compiled successfully. Why does it keep doing that? That's so annoying. Let me see something real quick. Localhost, port 3000, remote entry.js. Okay, so it seems like I can't get this. Is the reason why? Because I don't have. I thought it would build though. Like, shouldn't be building? I feel like, oh, do I need to build it? Or maybe I gotta do, let me see, npm run build. Okay. Well, now it's gonna give us an issue with building. Okay, yeah, God damn it. Okay. You know, I absolutely know nothing about the content you put or what your skill set is geared towards. If so, do you want to make some easy money? I'm good, thank you, though. KPSRL. I'm doing good. How are you? Wow, so annoying. Okay, there we go. Should fix it. Alright. Okay, so let's just try this again, because at first I just wanted to be annoying. So let's just go through this whole thing again. Takes a very long time to set this up. Holy crap. Definitely gonna need to make a framework to kind of like fix everything up. Create my own scaffolder, why not? Okay, that should do the trick. And now go over here. Dashboard, remote entry, dashboard. Okay. Package.json, dashboard, dashboard, dashboard. Okay, I think everything here seems to be legit, so I'm hoping this thing actually works. Okay, there we go. So it built it successfully. So now if we run it, seems like everything works fine. So, okay, there we go. Now it works. Okay, I don't know. I think maybe the actual naming convention was a problem, which is kind of dumb, but that's okay. We can figure something out. So now look over here. I wanted to know, since when you're using JavaScript and which frameworks you use. I use React for front end, and for back end I use Express or Nest.js. Okay, now if I actually update the dashboard, will this actually update? Let me just make sure. Localhost port 3000. Okay, so look over here. So, okay. So if I go to localhost port 3001, this is going to give me the app.tsx. Okay, remember app.tsx is not the actual exposed app. It's just this dashboard. Okay? Just a dashboard. Now if I make a change in app.tsx, that's going to change here. But let's say, for example, in dashboard, if I get rid of this, it's going to change here. See? So watch this. So now, look what happens. I now have two completely independent React projects. And their code base is separate from each other. So I have root and I have dashboard. Okay? So I don't need to keep everything in one code base now. I can actually do everything in dashboard, and once everything is done, it'll just display in the root module. And I can do things like setup routing. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna actually stream a little bit longer, just so that way we can actually get like an actual full architecture going on. But what I want to do first is I want to actually do one thing, and that one thing is I want to actually, first let me do this. I want to actually, let's see. I want to see if I can actually have the root module parallel to the other modules. So what I mean by that is this. Let's create a folder. Runner. Oh, what should I call this? Start runner. Okay. And I'm going to basically move node modules into start runner. Oh, it's not even going to let me. Okay, I'm going to have to close this. And I'm going to have to open up Explorer and do it manually. So let me just do that real quick. I want to see if I can actually, okay, there we go. That should fix it. Okay, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to move everything into that start runner repository, because I want to make it a little bit, I want to see if I could do this. I want to make it a little bit more organized. So what I want to do is I want to go into start runner, and let me see, if I run npm start, it should give me an error. Yep, it can't find any packages. Now I want to find out. I think this is based on path. So if I do dot dot slash, I think it will look for repositories previously. Yep, there we go. There we go. So now I can actually have the root repository, and this can look for. Yep, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. And there we go. So now I have my stuff over there. So let me actually fix something up real quick. Let me see. Okay. Let me close this and let me go here. Okay. So what I want to do. Why only one person watching? I don't know, probably because the topic that we're covering isn't really in much people's interest. Most people usually like just seeing Discord stuff, and that's completely fine. I mean, if people ever want to watch this, they can always rewatch it. So, yo, what's up, Nick? I'm probably gonna stream for another hour and a half, and then I'm gonna hop off. Okay, so that's kind of unfortunate how the Module Federation won't let me name the project like that. I guess it's fine. We can leave it like this. It's okay. All right. So now, let's do a couple things. We're in the root. Okay. We're gonna go into Documents, Microfrontend, cd root, and we're gonna install React Router DOM. And then we're gonna go ahead and install types React Router DOM. Mid-range engineer with this, the member programming with this. I mean, those are just, you know, like you can join developer, you can join mid-range engineer. There's really no different perks with each tier. It's just like, you know, like if you want to, like, you know, pay for, like, you know, if you want to do $3 a month or $4 a month, you can. There's really no difference between each one of them. At least not yet, because I haven't had time to really think about what I want to do, really. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up routing in the root module. And the way we're going to do that is, let's see. I need to learn more about React.suspense, but anyways. So what I want to do is I want to set up routing for dynamic modules that we're going to import from remotes. I actually should write a couple notes down. Anyways, let's go ahead and set up routing. Yo, Nick, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Oh, of course, it's definitely going to help. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Yo, Aesthetical. Yo, what's up? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm doing something different today, so there's less activity going on. But I'm gonna switch to Discord.js in like a little bit. So I'm gonna switch in a little bit, and then I'll probably do Discord.js for maybe like about like an hour and a half, and then hop off, or maybe I'll do Discord.js tomorrow. Yo, what's up, Surendra? How are you, man? I didn't know you'd be around here. I'm doing good, thank you. Aesthetical. Oh, thank you. Let's see. I haven't got to. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, so honestly, the only main thing that I really got to worry about for Discord.js version 13, honestly, is just the new components. You know, like, honestly, I think everyone that's looking for Discord.js v13 videos are really looking for the component stuff. So, like, I'm only going to start making those videos once I actually get the hang of components. Miss you, buddy. Yeah, man. I'm not in New York anymore. I'm all the way on the West Coast. All on the West Coast. Okay. Really don't know what this React.suspense is. Still haven't gotten to the JS v13 yet. Well, that's the plan, is to pretty much go through the docs and learn everything, and once I do, I will make videos on that. Bro, there's a thunderstorm right now, and it's loud AF. You know, over here, there's thunderstorms like almost every single week. There was a thunderstorm like 2 days ago. It was raining like crazy earlier. Actually, there was a thunderstorm here. Yeah, I mean, I live in the desert. I live in the desert, so it's monsoon season over here now. So, yeah. All right, so hopefully this routing works. Now let's go ahead and try this out. So, okay. So we're gonna do /dashboard. Cannot get dashboard. Huh, interesting. Does routing not work? Has to be a reason. There has to be a reason. So this is the root. Root is hosted on port 3000. So why would it not? Why would the router not work? It's been raining since like 4 p.m. Where are you right now? Like, where do you live? Like, what country or state? Let's see, router. That's interesting that routing doesn't work here. I think maybe because I'm using. Oh, I think maybe. Hold on. Let's see, Webpack React router. It just said this is your dashboard. It just took some time. Huh? History API fallback. There we go. That should fix it. I knew there was something with this. The routing is working fine. No, there was something wrong. Dashboard. What's the problem now? Let's see. Let me close everything out. There's so many files that just gets open. MI is MI Michigan? Yeah, it is. MI is Michigan. Hold on. Yeah, so this is what I'm trying to render. Yo, Saren Mods. Yo, how's it going, man? It's been a long time. I hope everything is going well for you. Okay, so basically I'm trying to access this dashboard, but it's saying cannot get. It might be something to do with the Webpack dev server. I remember running into this issue before, but I don't know what could cause it though. That's a really I've dealt with this before. I'm trying to see. It has to do something with the, let me see, file name. That's interesting. That's something to figure out. Michigan, yeah. Michigan is nice. I want to visit there someday. There's a lot of lakes there. There's a lot of nice lakes there. It was working for you at that line of code. Oh. It is really nice, especially the UP and the West Coast dunes. Hold on. No, why is it? Why? It's something to do with the Webpack. It's something to do with the Webpack. See, what you saw before, that was because I had the dashboard rendered like in the app. It wasn't working with the routing. No, I have not tested GitHub Copilot yet. I haven't really had much time outside of work to look at that. I keep forgetting. Now, I have this problem that I need to figure out right now. React router with trying to see what could be the issue. Let me see. Module Federation React Router. Oh. Oh. Okay. Gotta do one thing. I found a solution on GitHub. React Router DOM insured. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. React. All right, and now we probably will need to install it in the other one. Let's find out. Okay, yeah, no. Let's try something. C dashboard, yarn add React Router DOM, yarn add -d types React Router DOM. Okay. All right, let's go into the other Webpack. Maybe this might fix it, who knows? If it does, then that'll be awesome. Alright, I don't think this will fix it. Nope. Interesting. We got that here. Trying to set up routing with this. There should be an example somewhere that has to do with routing. Damn, this. Gotta figure this routing issue out. Hey, when are you making with this slash commands? No idea. Never thought of it yet. I don't see what's wrong here though. Like I literally have the components, path. It's inside us. It's literally inside. So annoying. Why is this not working? Yo, what's up, Ahmed? How are you? Nope, still running into an issue. I am trying to configure routing for this React app. I'm not really making an app in particular. I'm just trying to set up this architecture. It's something called module federation. Let's see. Browser router. Yeah, I did use browser router for this, but I don't know why it's giving me issues though. Academy. Hey, how's it going? Let's see. I found. Let's see. Service browser router. Router. I found an example on GitHub, so I'm trying to use that right now. The route, I don't understand. Like, I did exactly what's going on, so it's kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we got dashboard. Let's see, dev server, we got that. I got port history API entry. Output is okay. Still looking at the code. It's the repository. It's such a large freaking application that I really don't like examples like that because it's so freaking large, but it's the only thing that I can find. Okay, I found an easier one. Okay, I found an easier one. Simple. This is a smaller one. Maybe this might work. So this is app 1. It exposes routes. I'm guessing that app 1 and app 2 need the same routing. But why though? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, shared routing. Oh, I see. Doesn't really make much sense though. Cause like it wouldn't make much sense. Why would you need to share the routes? Just have one root module take care of the route. And that's it. I'm gonna try something. Alright, now does this work? Okay, so it's not an issue with the component, but it's an issue with the routing itself. Like something is messed up with the routing, which is what I want to figure out first, you know? So you got local routes here. This guy doesn't even have the... He doesn't even have the... He doesn't have history API enabled, so confusing. So he exposes routes from here. Lazy loads in about page. A page provided by app 2. And then he gets local routes, and he gets routes from app 1. And then the routes from app 1 are this. It gets homepage, show displays, home, and about. Maybe I should just clone this repository and figure it out myself. That's likely the best thing to do. I don't want to get everything. Clone a folder from Git repo. Let me see. Damn, I can't even just clone this one. I have to clone the entire thing. Yo, what's up, Clark? Never really actually pronounced your name before, but what's up? Just so confusing. Why would routing for this not necessarily work for me though? That's so weird. Like, what? Okay, you got like, you got router. I've tried hash router too. It still doesn't want to work. Clark, alright. Yeah, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while. Okay, so there's just something wrong with my routing in general. I'm not sure what the hell is going on. I had this issue a while ago. Tech Boy Gaming, how's it going? What am I making? I'm not really necessarily making anything. I'm just trying to set up this architecture that I am learning about. It's basically like right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set up this routing issue, but it's just giving me a problem. But I'm basically doing something called module federation. I'm setting up something like that, but I don't know why it's not even working with this. It's so freaking annoying. Let's see, what's the problem? Just love running into a lot of errors, but it's okay. We'll figure it out eventually. Eventually. Okay, so the index.html is fine. I don't need any additional scripts there because the build should take care of that. The build should take care of that. But I think I've done this on the stream before too. I think I may have done this on the stream before. Let me see. Webpack React Router. It's probably something wrong with my public path, honestly. Could it be because it's auto? Could be the issue. Could be the issue. It's definitely something going on with the freaking Webpack thing. Dude, I don't even know what Hydra is, bro. Like I don't even know what Hydra is. So you're asking the wrong person. Why is this still happening, bro? Entry source index.tsx, file name. Damn, this is so lame. I don't know what's going on. No idea what the hell's the issue, honestly. Multi-purpose bot. That's why I respect programs stream chat can be quite annoying. Oh yeah, I've dealt with all that kind of stuff for a very long time, so I'm used to it. It's all good though. Webpack React router. Damn, like I really can't figure this out. I've done it before. I've done it before, but for some reason it's just not working now. It's just saying 404 not found. Maybe this might explain it. Oh, nope. Pa1D, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Damn, is it... Bro, why... Please change path to dist. I remember doing this at some point. I just can't remember. I don't know what the problem is. Like, the hell? Oh my god, it's so annoying. This is not an issue with the module federation. It's an issue with freaking router, man. It's being freaking annoying as hell. Only thing to do is just try a different setup and see how far I can go with this. It's so freaking irritating sometimes running into these issues. There's some issues where you just cannot really Google because you'll always be stuck with vague responses, so you kind of have to figure it out on your own. If you can get Google, then that's good, but if you can't, then you're on your own. Alright. So we just installed React Router DOM. Let's see what happens. So let's do this. Why does this look so different? Hold on, wait. Oh, I'm so tired. Okay. Try this. Browser router as router from React Router DOM. And then we're going to wrap this with that. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and just do this. So import switch from React Router DOM. Switch. Okay, so this should work with no issues, I think. Okay, it's not working. So let's figure it out from here. So if we can figure it out with this little small simple setup, then it should be pretty easy to debug our main project. So let's go over to dev server. And what we want to do is we want to do a history API fallback. And let's see if this fixes anything. So if I refresh, that's not going to work. Maybe I got to restart. Let's see. Okay. So this works. So now we can kind of like figure out a way to debug our original issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into this. Oh, whoops, not this one. Microfrontend. Okay, I'm going to go back in here and we're going to slowly configure our Webpack to figure out what the hell the issue is. So this definitely works, but there's something else that's going on. So we got to figure that out one by one. So let's see what the issue is. I don't think any of these things are the issue, honestly. Honestly, I think it just has something to do with the content base. It might be the content base. So let's see, file name. So here you got okay. So what's the issue? Let's see. Let's see, dev server. Let's put this here. Doubt that will fix anything. We can always try. Okay, no. What if I remove, let's see, I wonder if I remove the module federation plugin for a second, just a second, and see maybe. I want to see what happens if I do that. We'll need this. Okay, that's fine. Let me see what else I can slowly remove to figure this out one by one. So we have mode development, module rules, output, file name, public path, set to auto. Could it be public path? Maybe public path set to auto could be what's screwing it up. Oh, wait a minute. It's not even rendering that either. What the hell? Not even consuming anything though. What the hell? Oops. Let's see, I removed the... I already removed it already, so what the fuck is going on? Yo, what's up, Jordan? Source index TSX development bundle. I already removed that thing already, so why is it still bugging out with this? The hell, man? I even commented it out too. So why is it still freaking doing this? Even remove the code from this, from that thing too. Why is it still saying anything with shared module though? What the hell? Shared module. I don't even have module federation set up anymore, so something's definitely wrong. So I got module federation to work, but now it's practically useless if we don't. It's pretty much going to be useless if we don't. It's pretty much useless if we don't. If we don't configure with routing. Like, routing is probably one of the most important things when it comes to routing is one of the important things when it comes to, app development, so I just can't think about what the problem is. Bro, Doom, you keep saying these things. I already have done those things already, bro. Like, you're acting like I didn't do the obvious already. Like, what do you think I've been doing on my other monitor for the past hour or so? I was looking through examples of code. I was looking through tons of articles. Not every single solution that you find is going to solve the issue that you have. Every issue is different. So I'm probably just gonna worry about this on my own time. It's really irritating though. Like, oh well. I'll figure it out some other time. It's just too frustrating to continue. I already like changed so many things already, so I'll have to like redo everything all over again. Total Technical Gamers, what's up? How are you? What's up, Roblox? How are you? If this repository actually works, I'll just use this instead of fucking reinventing the wheel again. And I'll use it to figure out what I did wrong. Oh, seriously? They didn't fucking... So annoying, bro. Gotta get to learn a JSON. right, let's see if this actually works. Hold on. Okay. Straight now. Okay. So this is the project. So this is app 1. Okay. App 1, app 2. Okay, so I think maybe I'll just change something up with this. Maybe I could just like slowly delete stuff that I don't need. Yeah, I'll probably just play around with this repository. That'll be better. Sergio Ka, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Okay, yeah. I do want to use a browser router though instead. I personally hash routers. I wonder if that will give me much of an issue. Will it? Let's find out. No, it doesn't. Alright, so this seems to work the way that we want. So I guess maybe I'll just take this as a template and just build upon it. I don't know what I did wrong though. Like, that's the thing that confuses me. That is a little bit annoying. It's like, okay, so let's just say, for example, if I get rid of navigation. Wait, what? What the hell just happened? Wait, hold on. So it seems like this navigation component was pretty important. But why though? Why would this navigation component be so important that deleting it? Cause like, hold on. If like, okay, so that's. Oh wait, hold on. We're still using. But why would I need that? I don't know. That's a little bit weird. Hold on. Let me see. App 1. I don't want to change too many things. Let's do this. Hold on. What is this? Okay, so this is app 2. So let's leave this alone. Let's worry about app 1 first. I'm concerned about app 1. So first let's change to a browser router. Okay. And let's see. So we have app 1. So let's just say this was our root. root module. So I guess we could just change the name. Yeah, it's not gonna let us. Okay, so what if I got rid of this for a second, right? And what if I did this instead? So let's just say route path so remote routes is being imported from here app2. Okay. Oh, I see now. So maybe that's why I wasn't able to get it, because it's a remote route. Interesting. So they exposed the remote route. So let's see. Okay, so let's see, what does it expose here? So the only thing they expose here is the routes. So they're able to get the, oh, okay, I see. So they expose, okay, that's interesting. That makes a little bit sense now. But why do you do it that way? There has to be a different way to do it. Okay, let's see. Let's just say home exec true component home page. Let's first make sure that this works. Yo, welcome back, Nick. Okay, so it says can I get home? For some reason, why? Why would this happen though? That doesn't make any sense. Yo, what's up, Cal? How are you? What did I do wrong here? Key component exact route. Where do I live? I live in Arizona. I'm doing good, thank you, Cal. See, like, it's the same thing. Why is it doing that, though? Why is it doing that? Oh, your sister lives there, nice. Okay, so it works with browser router. Okay, now if I go here, and if I add history API fallback true, and if I go here, that doesn't seem to fix it. Amazing. So it's so confusing. Hi, I'm also back from leaving Microfrontend watching code. React Native Flow, which one to pick? I'm confused. React Native, so React Native. Pick React Native if you already know React. Would you recommend TypeScript over JavaScript? Yes. TypeScript over JavaScript every single time. Okay. Now I'm gonna play around with this a little bit to the best of my ability. So I want to get rid of this. I really don't fucking want this. We'll leave app2 alone. And the only thing that we'll expose here is we'll expose the about page instead. So about page. And if we want to get this remote, so this is on, this is so weird. Why? Wait, what? Oh, so it seems like these routes consume each other. Okay. Okay, well, we're going to expose about page. Okay. We're going to expose about, and we're going to go ahead and go inside here. And we're going to want to consume. Let's see. Get rid of this. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this. Import about page from app to about. Okay. Now, since we exposed that, are we able to path about component? Let's find out if this actually works. Nope, we are getting an error, and it's because it doesn't exist in the container. So something is likely wrong with the about. We may have exposed it incorrectly, so we'll have to figure out. So about, okay, good. This is good. Not sure why we have this though. Maybe it's because we exposed navigation. Ah, okay. Yes, that makes perfect sense. So we did expose about properly. Maybe we just need to rebuild everything. Okay, so okay, there we go. So this is exactly what we want. So this is exactly what I wanted earlier, and I knew there was something that I did that I had the right idea, but it seems like I just may have messed up on something. So now let's just, so this is right over here is our localhost port 3001 app. So this is home, which the navigation link seems to, yeah. So if you fix this, this will bring you here. Now, if you try to go to this one, this won't work. So port 3002 is a complete different application, but we want the root app. So I think I could probably just use this project, and I could just probably just base everything off of this. I think this should be fine. Though I should probably update the dependencies. Not really too much of a fan of using the older ones. I mean, we're on React 16. I mean, I don't think it'll be a huge deal, but I think it'd be better if we just did. Or I could just reinstall everything all over again. But this works, though. I do want to convert it to a TypeScript, though. So I'll probably just, like, offline, I'll probably just, like, literally look at this and just copy every single thing and see if I can get it to work with TypeScript. Because I really do not want to use JavaScript anymore. Like, TypeScript is literally everything that I want to deal with from now on. But this is exactly what I want. So we have routing. That works fine. Okay, so we go to home and we go to about, and now we can literally work on the about page. So like I said, these are independent React apps. Okay, these are app 1 is a complete different React app than app 2. Okay, and they basically are independent. They don't share anything except for what we want to manually expose. So now what I can do is I can actually put these projects in different repositories, and I can literally work on them independently. And all I got to do is just import it from a remote, right? I just import the code, and then that's it. It just works. I don't have to worry about anything else. Though I am a little bit confused about how this project is able to consume the remote without the script in the header tag. That's so confusing. Like, how? There's a lot of things that confuses me. I really don't understand how. Is it because they consume each other? I honestly don't know. I got a lot to figure out. Like, there's a lot of things that I got to learn about. A lot of things that I got to figure out. But I'm just going to modify this as much as I can, continuously keep testing things, making sure, you know, I'm doing everything appropriately. Okay, so now there's a problem with the port 3002 app. There's a problem with, why is there a problem here? Oh. Maybe it's because, probably because it's a circle dependency, so we are, is that what it is? Is it because like we're exposing stuff here and we're importing and then we're consuming it in the other app? That's so weird though. Like that's kind of weird. So it makes it a little bit confusing because now, like, how the hell does this work? when I add these two things. Yeah, I don't know. There's a whole lot of things to figure out. Like, for example, app2 didn't work at all. Right? app2 did not work at all. It didn't work one single bit. But it was able to work after I exposed navigation and routes. Wow. I guess I gotta watch some more videos on that. I forgot his name is Zach something. He was the one who pretty much created the idea of this module federation. Zach Jackson. Probably I'll have to watch this guy's videos and see how he does everything from scratch. He should I think he has a ton of videos on this, so I got a lot to learn. But honestly, like if you actually properly learn this module federation thing, honestly, like it's very powerful in my opinion. If you actually properly fully learn this, it's very powerful. So I'll have to figure something out. I'll have to figure something else. But it's cool though. TSX gives full benefits for TS plus React. It's cool though, like now, like if I really wanted to, I can literally separate everything, but there's a lot of disadvantages to it, so, but I'm gonna like have to spend some more time learning about this though. Anyways, I am going to, let's see what I want to do. It's only 10 o'clock right now. Do I want to go out and get some coffee? No, not really. Do I want to stream more? I think tomorrow night I'm going to stream Discord.js tomorrow. Tonight I really just wanted to do this because I was really interested in learning more about this. Anyways, I am hopping off, so I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Thanks for whoever watched all the way